Hey everybody, Steve DeLaviaga. I got a really vulnerable, beautiful video from a sales executive in Title about 7 days ago. Danielle, I appreciated it so much. She was honest. She goes, listen, I'm a sales executive. I work with mostly buyers. My clients are looking for jobs now and looking to get out. What do I do as a sales executive to reinvent myself and keep my job in Title? And Danielle, here's the reality. Some of your clients are going to make it. Those are the ones you want to try to partner with. Tactic one, partner with some of these folks that are now trying to transition to becoming more of a listing agent, wanting to get to that side, wanting to get training. Help them, go on that journey with them. Number two, look for organic talent on the listing side. Not someone who's doing 5 to 7 listings a month. Look for someone who did 5 to 7 listings for the year last year. Interview them. Engage them. See if they have that it factor that you think this person is going to invest the time and the willingness to learn. They have the likability. They have the work velocity to become somebody who could really become a listing agent. Then invest with them. That's tactic two. You have your set group of people, of which there might be 40 buyer's agents. 5 to 10 are going to make it. Find that 5 to 10 and bring them to that side. Secondly, find that organic talent. Find 5 to 10 people doing 4, 5, 6, 8 listings a year, where if you put some gas in their tank, help them get some distressed seller leads, help them get better in that space, you and them ride together and they grow. And then thirdly, hunt a few more whales. You believe me when I say this, there are so many complacent title sales executives who work with large listing agents. They've kind of just taken it for granted that they get their business. They love their escrow officer or closer, so they're always using them. You could go in there and unseat some of those people and get a third of that business, half of that business to start. Believe me, every major client I have, I started with getting 30% or 40% of it and earned my way into getting 70, 80, and then 100. The key is complacency exists all over in Title. People are fat cats. They're not alley cats. They're not hunting every mouse that runs around. They're fat cats. Look for that fat cat client and go attack it. Offer them distressed sellers. Offer them a way that they can save 15 to 20% on things they already pay for. Offer them an extra time savings of 100 hours every quarter. These are things that you can do if you're not complacent. Let us help you at the Red Firm. Newsflash, sales leaders in Title Land. The number one request we get to our firm from sales executives all over the United States. We've gotten over 100 of them in the last 15 days. I wish my company did more sales training. So let me give you the answer, sales leaders. We've got to do actual sales training. And I'm not talking about sales training from some person who hasn't been in a living room, hasn't recruited an agent in a decade or two, and is still talking about things that didn't really work 10 years ago that now they're still wanting to speak about. I mean actual sales training, thought tracks, scripts, top platforms, top programs working today, agent engagement, using agents to help other agents get networked. Real estate is and will always be a contact sport. If you're not offering sales training to your sales force, let me tell you the bad news. They'll continue to be with you. They'll just be untrained and poor. You know what the most expensive cost of doing business for a business is? An untrained sales force. You know, one of the best investments ever in a business? An informed, engaged, knowledgeable, proactive, accountable sales force. Which one do you have? Find sales training. Click the link below. Let us help you. We will grow your revenue. We will grow your market share. We will help you become better. If better is your goal, we're your answer. Give us a chance. So excited about our Title Market of the Moment update. Number one, 2023, we saw literally a $4.6 billion drop in premium. $15.1 billion, which was a 31% drop from what it was the year before. Here's the reality. In Title Land, the landscape's changing quickly. Too many groups are still doing what they used to do 5, 7, 10, 15 years ago. And they're losing so slowly, they kind of think they're winning, which is not the case. You can look at market share, which is the defining thing of a sales or a company. Getting your revenue or your profit, that can be managed. Growing market share is a growth mindset. And you can see the groups that aren't growing are the ones that continue to do things that people were doing 5, 7, 10 years ago and wondering why they're not getting the same result. Here's the truth. Title Land now from the buyer's side, who's going to have the less power than ever before in the real estate transaction. Who directs title, ladies and gentlemen? It's not buyer's agent, listing agent, lender. No. The strongest agent always is the director of title, always. In this case, That is almost always now, and especially with the lawsuit and what occurred, is the listing agent, the listing entity. So if you're not in title land bringing value to the listing side of this space, I got news for you. You're slowly walking down the death march to north. You're slowly going to have your revenue tick, tick, tick away. You're going to become that fading winner that we talk about who still tell what they did 3, 4, 5, 7, 10 years ago. Here's the reality. On my side, every lead program we work with right now is targeted at giving sellers a competitive advantage that makes them better and different in that living room. When I can do that, it's very easy to do that and engage title opportunities. It's very easy to be better and different in the title landscape of how we do what we do. Are you doing that? And if not, how do you go about it? Lastly, here's an answer for you. We built the only interactive sales coaching module in the United States. Over 1,500 hours of where you are right now, meeting you where you are right now as a sales executive. Are you an organic talent, just getting started? You understand sales, but title's new to you? We've got an entire track on that that'll take you through a 90-day program guaranteeing to double your business in the next 90 days. Secondly, are you in that messy middle of being a millionaire in title land? Are you doing 50, 60, 70,000 a month, but can't quite get over the hump? That's our messy middle of greatness. Yep, we'll take you through that track. Also 90 days, interactive, questions, money work, the opportunity to double your business in 6 months. And then lastly, we have our Rockstar title. These are our folks doing over $1 million, doing $2 million, doing $4 million in title land. But you know what? How's your quality of life? Are you a self-manager or are you still trying to manage time? If you're trying to manage time, that's a losing fact. Time runs whether you do anything with it or not. You've got to become a self-manager. We'll show you exactly how to do that. Separate and have a balancing act with work and life and make sure it works for you. And then we did, which I'm most proud of, is our sales leadership track. It's a 6-month program for sales leaders that will 100% allow you to go through our disciplines of growth, our disciplines of execution, how you go about creating an environment where every single one of the people that work for you and with you want to strive for better. You track it, you model it, you enhance it, you become the player coach you want to be. Our sales leadership model is something I've went through and I've coached my whole career. And I can tell you this, if you want to grow your market share, you want to grow your revenue, you want to become great, this is your opportunity. Join me. The landscape of title has changed. Now you've seen more RON closings than ever before. Those are online virtual closings. COVID did this to us. It allowed us to find better, more efficient, faster, easier ways to close files. So now you've got title companies who don't operate with bricks and mortar grabbing more and more market share because of a RON closing, which is an online notary, right? It's an electronic closing. Now that was the highest it's ever been last year in 2023, and 2024 will beat that. Now, here's what's funny. That kind of mirrors what's happening in real estate. Fastest growing brokers in the United States, EXP, Real. These groups don't have bricks and mortar, LPT. They don't have bricks and mortar. What they do is they have a model and they have an online coaching presence, but the people within their companies that actually adds value to what they do. So as a sales executive in title, have you figured out you can't just walk into an office, flyer boxes, and try to get deals anymore. The reality is those days are quickly diminishing. The people doing deals are online, looking for online lead gen, running a home office model or a Regis model. They've now got people that meet once in a while, but they don't need to come to an office every day. You've got collaboration through Zoom and Microsoft Teams, etc. How are you adapting as a sales executive? Or are you still doing the same thing you were doing 5, 7, 10 years ago? The world of title and the landscape of title is changing. Change with it or become that fading winner that continues to lose money, lose market share, and lose revenue. Don't be a fading winner. I love the name of our firm. We make it real simple. I'm not very smart. I come from sales, publicly school educated. We are the revenue firm. If you care about growth and want to drive more revenue, we're the group you contract with. Recent question I got as a sales executive came to my DM and said, hey, all right, Steve, how would I drive more revenue as a sales executive? There's something you have to understand, everybody out there. You can't create more transactions. You have no say over the number of transactions that happen. The only way to grow is to go take business from someone else. You have to go take clients from someone else who you don't have today. That's the only way you can grow. So now, how are you going to do that? How are you going to go out there and take somebody who's been using the same company for 5, 7, 10 years? How are you going to move that business? There are only ever 3 things will allow you to do it. Number 1, can you generate 3 to 5 listings for that agent in the next 12 months? We can. Number 2, can you save that agent 15 to 20% on products, programs, or platforms that they're using such that money goes right in their pocket as profit in their business? And number 3, can you save them time? Because every agent struggles with the same thing. As they get busier, as they get better, they don't have enough time. Do you have platform, programs, and products such that you can save them time in their life, which time means money? Can you then save them cost in their business, which means more profit? And today, in the market of the moment, can you generate 3 to 5 additional listings such that you can put $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in their pocket? Because if you can't do that, you should stop prospecting and quit calling, because all you're doing is trying to steal minutes. No one needs more calendars and pens. No one needs somebody to go, oh, I give great service, you get me 24/7. No one actually cares. No one cares what you know until they know that you care about them, and you care about them by helping their business save time, save money, or grow. Be that sales executive.